All right, how we doing? Are we live? Yeah, I think we're live. Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Trading Bitcoin with your host Tone Vays, coming to you live this Monday evening after market closes. I purposely tried to do this video at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time, just so I am with you guys when the daily candle flips over. Let's see how many live viewers we can get. I'm gonna pop out your live chat. I think my friends are around in order to grab the good questions you guys are going to be throwing our way. Why is this not working? Oh, that's why. Okay, cool. Got it. All right. And I believe we are good to go. No real announcements other than I've been thinking, went through the options class. I think I'm just going to do it. I think I'm just going to do it in 10 days. People are still in quarantine. I want to be out on the weekends, like being stuck in this cave. Like, man, once May comes around, you will not see these videos on the weekend. I'm going to like go to every barbecue I can. I'm going to a lot of my friends still have day jobs because they didn't listen to me back in 2013 when I told them to get into Bitcoin. But that's besides the point. So I'm going to be spending quality time on the weekends with friends and family because I haven't seen anybody actually this whole year, right? Because I've been traveling and then unconfiscatable and then Africa. And so this is it. So this is the last chance. The last weekend in April, we're going to do the options class. It'll be 3 days long. And I'm going to probably put it up for sale tonight or tomorrow. I got to just double check the automated emails and stuff like that. All right, that's it. That's the only announcement. Let's go to screen share. All right, here we are. I'm on the S&P 500. We are going to take a look at Bitcoin, especially when the daily candle rolls over. Let's talk about the S&P 500 and what happened today. Hindsight is the best form of analysis because you could have traded for $1 million. And no, I'm just kidding, guys. Trading is very, very hard. Kids, don't do it, especially with leverage. Meanwhile, I'm going to teach an options course, so let's not get too hypocritical here. Okay, so the market does top on a 9, but it was totally irrelevant to me personally. The reason why this 9 was somewhat irrelevant to me was because it happened in pre-market. In pre-market, I do not trade, and the closer we get to market open, the less likely I am to actually pull the trigger. I have lost an unreasonable amount of money over my lifetime trading in the futures market pre-market open. So there are some mistakes you never do again. That is one of them. So the market tops right before market open, right off the 9, double 9. So this 9 would have failed you. This 9 clearly succeeded. A trade I would never have taken in my life. The market opens right here. Here's your 930 candle in the futures market, which at this point represents the S&P 500 fairly well. And we go down. When this candle showed up, I mentioned in one of my Telegram groups, which I'm sorry you cannot enter unless you have access to this indicator. I mentioned, hey, let's watch this 9. But unfortunately, this 9, if anyone took a trade, I did not. I made it very clear I was not going to be trading today. I want to see where the market goes. And the market was very not tradable for me today at all. So it was good. I didn't make any trades. I still have my trades for the longer term, but as far as short-term trades, I didn't take on a single trade today. And I was watching this 9, but then when I saw this red 2 candle go below this red 1, go below this 9, I had given up on the market turning around. And the moment I gave up on the market turning around, the market turned around. Again, this was going to be a day I did not trade because I knew this day was going to not be well suited for my trading style. And I turned out to be correct. And nothing about today made sense to me at all. So when your trading style doesn't fit the current environment, the best thing you can do for yourself is not trade, which is exactly what I did. Yeah, the options webinar, I'm seeing the live chat. By the way, please, guys, if you want to support my work, use the affiliate page. Can't wait for these Embly cards to be on their website. Financial Summit coming to Bali in November. The options workshop that I'm going to teach in about 10 days is available for sale here for $2,500. I will be teaching it. It will have a $3,000 price tag, but it will be 3 days. This was 2 days. The new one is going to be 3 days. I'm sorry, 2 days is just not enough. It's not enough. So we need 3 days. The third day is going to be on a weekday where the market is actually open and we have a live market. Okay. So that will that will be the third day, would be Monday. Okay, let's get back to the chart. Still on the S&P 500. And the market turned around, went up. This was the last candle before market closed. It was a pretty volatile candle, and some news broke right before the market closed. And here's the news. New York Fed says it will reduce frequency of repo operations. So the Fed is actually cutting back on some of the stuff that they're doing, which probably is what made the market kind of volatile in the last minute. But right now we're sitting here in aftermarket hours and we are still rising higher. So clearly there is still confidence in the market. Let's look at the bigger picture of the S&P and then we'll shoot over to Bitcoin. The bigger picture, this is a pullback candle, but notice how the shadow is pretty big and at the bottom of the candle. This is actually making me bullish going into tomorrow. There was a reason I did not want to trade today, because going into today, I had absolutely no clue. I wasn't leaning one way or another. I was leaning to the downside because of the VIX. See, the VIX gave me a 9 on Friday. And had I seen that 9 on Friday, I might have positioned myself into a VIX trade that the VIX would rise, or an S&P trade that the S&P would fall. Now, ironically, the S&P part of my statement worked out. The S&P fell, and it fell pretty big. And then it rebounded in the afternoon, but by the end of the day, the S&P was still down 1%, which before the coronavirus, this would have been pretty significant. A 1% move in the S&P is always a significant day. Like right here, see this big red candle? That was not even a 1% fall in the price. This candle was a 1% fall in the price. And at the bottom of this candle, this was probably a 3% fall in the price. Okay. This big candle here was 1.77. And at the bottom of this day, we're even lower than that, okay, by percentage. So having said that, the market fell. Clearly, it was falling a lot and then rebounded. And yet the VIX closed lower. So the VIX trade did not, I mean, like at the opening, the VIX trade would have made some money because the VIX closed on Friday at 41.7 and it opened here at 44.6. So clearly the VIX trade, which the VIX is not that easy to trade. You do have an ETF on the VIX. There is TVIX, which I do not recommend at all. I do not recommend this in any way, shape, or form. Do not trade this. Not a good idea. This is the 2x leverage of the VIX. If you're going to trade the VIX, trade VXX. Okay, don't be a fish trading the leverage ETFs. They're going to crush you. And in fact, someone sent me because everyone keeps asking me what's so bad about the leveraged ETFs. So I will show you. You may want to take a screenshot. Let me grab this screenshot. It's a very good screenshot. I mean, meaning to put one of these together, but I get lazy sometimes about doing a bunch of stuff that I don't technically get compensated for. So there's a limit to how much information I put out, and the more effort that information takes, the less likely I am to do it. So this, take a screenshot, read it later, someone sent this to me. It was great. So I'm going to zoom in on it a little. There's not much. And so here's an example. So here's a leverage ETF. I don't know if it's 2x or 3x. And it does a simple calculation for you. It just shows you, you take an asset with a value of 100. And this asset fluctuates up 12%, then down 12%, then up 12, then down 12%. Okay, I'm sorry. So this asset fluctuates between going up 12% and going down 12%. I don't know why they chose the number 12. Also, if you go up 12%, you don't need to go down 12% to go back to zero. It's just saying, oh, I'm sorry, it goes up by $12 and then down by $12. Up by $12, down by $12. So it just goes back and forth by $12. And you can see how at the end of the day, at the end of 10 days, if you held the asset itself, you would have lost absolutely no money. But if you hold a leverage ETF, in one case, or maybe this is a double and this is a triple, I don't know. In one case, you lose 36%, and in the other case, you lose 60%. So I think one is a double and one is a triple. So this is the problem with leverage ETFs. When you have a leverage ETF on a volatile asset and you hold it for 10 trading periods with up and down volatility, this is what happens. When you could have lost no money, but you end up losing the majority of your money. And this is why I hate leverage ETFs. So I don't mind VXX. It has no leverage. It tries to mimic the VIX. So at the open today, it was good. But by the time the market closed, the VIX was down. So the VIX is going down and the S&P still fell. But this also makes sense because while the S&P fell, the volatility of the S&P is going down compared to what it's been lately. So this makes absolute and total sense. Okay. Why did NDX go up and S&P go down? Have you seen what Amazon did today and Tesla? So there's a very simple explanation for this. Okay, so before I drop the VIX completely, now VXX doesn't have a 9 yet. So keep that in mind as well. VIX does, and VIX is the more important one. So I may or may not still take a VIX trade. I want to see how we're doing tomorrow. I actually tried to take a VIX trade, and I learned I didn't have permissions to take the VIX trade, which apparently you need special permissions with your broker for leveraged derivative trading. Now, I thought, since I'm an options trader, I thought that's what I already had. But apparently, this applies to derivatives on leveraged ETFs. And even though VXX is not a leveraged ETF, somehow it fell into that bucket. So hopefully I get those permissions soon. So look at Amazon. The reason why NDX went up is this, simply because of Amazon. Amazon went up, Google went up a little, but didn't break out. Netflix, look at that. Netflix breaks out. Amazon breaks out. Apple goes up. That's why, I mean, Apple is like 20% of NDX. So the moment, whatever Apple does, NDX will do as well. So Apple and Amazon and Netflix alone would make NDX go up. This is not NDX. This is the entire NASDAQ. And it went up. I'm sure NDX went up more. So yeah, I'm a big believer in the tech sector. Amazon is still functioning very well. So is Google. So is Netflix. Apple probably not as well as the rest. And I have no idea why Tesla went up 77%, but went up, it did. I wasn't paying attention. I wasn't entering any of these trades. I stayed away from trading today. Trading today was not suited for my for what I do. Today was just a weird day. I expected it to be a weird day, and it was a weird day. Okay. All right. So I am looking to exit the long side of my trades. I don't believe this is going to continue. So Tilray was down a little bit today. I'm long Tilray. Went up at the end of the day. I don't know when I'm gonna exit this trade, but it's gonna be sometime this week. Hopefully, it's gonna break this high. I was looking for more upside right here. My trade was also hedged. It is not as hedged anymore. I would like one more pop, and then I will certainly take my exit. Okay. This guy is not rising along with the other marijuana stocks. So I got to check out what the hell is going on there. Apache, I'm not ready to exit yet, but I'm thinking about it. Hopefully, maybe it'll get me to a 9. Maybe I'll exit this one on a 9, because let's talk about oil. I know I got to talk about Bitcoin, but oil dropped today, which was very, very interesting. Considering they struck the oil deal to print less oil. Yeah, I know. I said print. You know, something about this doesn't feel right. This is the weekly chart. Here is the daily chart. Something about this seems off. And this still looks bearish to me. The chart is bearish. I think oil is going lower. I think the economy is going to continue to slow down, and I think oil is going to go lower. I still think we're going to break these lows. Hopefully, I get my daily 9 and weekly 9 in the near future. We are currently on a weekly green 1, but I think we can get to that weekly red 6. Though the weekly, not the daily 9 could show up early next week. I would love to get this to a weekly 9, hopefully as low as possible. If I can get this down to like 12 or 15 bucks, that would be incredible. Absolutely incredible. All right, so that was oil. Let's talk about silver. See this 9 right here? That means I'm going to be exiting my silver trade. Was a beautiful buy on a 9. And it's time to hopefully get out. I don't like this consolidation. Consolidation at a high tends to lead to more upside. This is not the kind of 9 I really want to sell. So I don't really plan to sell my entire silver long position, but I would like to take some profit. It sucks that it's kind of stuck here for 4 days now. So I'm hoping this candle breaks us out tomorrow and can get out of silver, you know, somewhere around 1550 at least. Oh, sorry, we're at 1540 now. So about halfway to 16. So around 1575, around 1580. That's where I would be looking to get out of silver tomorrow, because I'm going to trust this 9. I would love for this 9 to be a perfected 9. To get a perfected 9, you got to go above the high of this 6 candle. And hopefully, once it becomes perfected, what was the high of that 6 candle? The high of that 6 candle is 1554. So yeah, I would like to see this go to about 1573-ish. And that would be a good exit for me on at least half of my trade. So that was a good pickup as of 9 right here. I was also hedged on this trade, so it didn't profit. Like I didn't get direct profit. Because I sold calls against my calls, but they were, anyway, you have to take the options class to understand what I did with silver. By the way, I'm in that options class. I'm happy to talk about some of the trades that I took on over the last few weeks and all the spreads and stuff. So gold is following silver and it's off by 1 day. So silver is currently on a 9, gold is on an 8. So it's possible gold they'll probably be in sync. I think silver will turn. So tomorrow could be a good day for both gold and silver. And then silver turns the following day, or gold and silver top tomorrow afternoon, which will make gold still a 9, but the 9 could be already a down candle. So I'm not going to take a chance. I'm not in any gold trades. I'm not going to short. But if gold pulls back down to the breakout area of about 1675, I would certainly consider it. So if gold falls $100, that would be something for me to consider. Hey, Mad, I see your question. It's not a question. It's a comment. Thanks for all the hard work. I always appreciate it. Thank you, man. Oh, interesting. Thanks, Joe. First day since 85 that NDX gained 1% and SPX lost 1%. And to be honest, I'm not really surprised. The tech is going to do so much better. This coronavirus situation, I mean, it's going to start to destroy companies that require physical interaction. And by default, companies that don't require physical interaction will thrive. So, yeah, online universities may do well, even though the whole point of good, honestly, the most I got out of my universities is, I mean, granted, I did get a job in finance, which wouldn't have happened if I didn't study financial engineering. But after undergrad, I mean, I think a graduate degree is still worth something, but the most I got out of my undergraduate degree was, enjoying university life and friends and being independent. I think I learned. I think life skills were more important than uh, learning skills, because you could have learned that on your own if you were motivated. Especially today, I'm not sure if YouTube existed when I went to college. I'm old, guys. Maybe not that old. Okay, I think it's time for Bitcoin. Let's go take a look. And the candle's about to flip. Big picture or small picture? Let's go big picture. Big picture, we are still in the triangle. We are still in this colossal triangle that began in early 2018. And I think this triangle will last 3 years and break out to the upside. Weekly scale. Look, we pulled back. This morning we were crashing. I said I wouldn't really be interested in holding it one way or the other. I had no idea whether the stock market was going to crash today or go up. The market rebounded, Bitcoin rebounded, so everything is hunky-dory. Now, I still think Bitcoin can weather the storm, and even if S&P crashes, Bitcoin should hold its own. It can go down to 6K, maybe a smidge below, but I think we will hold, and we are less than a month away from the halving, which will also help. It will reduce the pressure of selling Bitcoin. Daily time frame. This red line is very, very important. Very important. It's important to me. It may or may not be important to you. The top of the triangle is also important. We are back to 6850. Now, once again, Bitcoin is purely correlated with the S&P. This correlation will probably end. It's not going to last forever. And on the short term, it could be a little bit, off. But look, the longer we hang around, the closer we get to this 20-period moving average. And eventually we will break it. Going straight into this moving average from this low makes it challenging to break the moving average. But going into this moving average from this low of 65.30 makes it a lot easier to break the moving average. So how is this candle closing? Well, this candle is closing in a very bullish way. And this is what I mean about volume. This is where I wish I had my own volume indicator. Because if I had my own volume indicator, this would be a red volume spike. And this would be a green volume spike because of the way the candle is shaped, okay? And this would probably be a yellow volume spike, telling me that it's neither bullish nor bearish. But to me, this candle is bearish and this candle is bullish, even though this candle is technically a bearish candle and this candle is technically a bullish candle because of the color of their bodies, okay? Now, can we still see this as a 1 to 4 candle correction? And the answer is maybe. Maybe. It depends. If tomorrow is a huge breakout day and we close above 7,200, then I will still file this as a 1 to 4 candle correction. But if tomorrow we close below this red line, then clearly we have a trend to the downside that will most likely reach a 9. So Of course, I am bullish going into the candle that begins in 4 minutes. And then we see what tomorrow morning brings. All right. Oh yeah, if you need notifications, you can also try Twitter, because for some reason, YouTube is not doing a very good job. We are back into the channel of no trade zone. Okay, so nothing has changed. The current 4-hour candle, which just started an hour ago, is fully in the no trade zone. This is my very clean no trade zone. I want to tighten it, but I can't. We have now swung equidistant above and below the trade zone, short below the trade zone, long above the trade zone. The problem is I would not have shorted here because I only like to trade out of a no trade zone when it's orderly. If it's not orderly, it's difficult. Taking a short here after you just crashed a ridiculous amount in a few hours is very, very risky. But taking on a long after a consolidation within the no trade zone is a lot easier and a lot less risky. So if we go up and break this trade zone, no trade zone right now, makes it challenging for me to enter the long trade. So I like to enter trades that are not volatile. So I would rather see us hold the no trade zone for close to a day and not break below the trade zone at any point, stay in this no trade zone and break out sometime on Wednesday or maybe late in the day on Tuesday. Okay, that's what I would like to see. And I would like to see it as a green 2 above a green 1. But doesn't mean we're going to get it. That's just what I want to see. Did I enter GBTC today? The answer is no, I did not, because I want to give it another day. I did not add to my position. I am still nervous about the stock market, even though I am leaning bullish into tomorrow. I am still anticipating a top this week. I am still anticipating a rejection somewhere in this area. Even if we go to a new high, I am fully anticipating the 50-period moving average to reject the stock market and send it down. And I think it will send Bitcoin down with it. So I'm not ready to add to my GBTC position yet. I want to wait for a slightly bigger pullback. If only we pulled back a little bit more today, I probably would have entered it. Also, the premium stayed up. Oh, right now the premium looks like it's 9. Oh, but it's after hours. I was watching the premium. It was around 12 to 13 today, and I really wanted it under 10. I have a limit order set on GBTC, but it's lower. It's in the 6-point something range. It's not in the 7-point range. So my limit order obviously didn't get hit, didn't even come close. So I will just wait. I will wait a little bit longer. I already have a position in GBTC. I don't need more exposure. So on a daily chart, I was still a little nervous here, looking for a little more downside. I was thinking maybe we can come down to this area here of 63, 62, and I would have considered picking it up. And there it is. There's the next candle in the daily chart. So we will see how that goes. All right, let's take a look at your questions. Tone, BTC, 4-hour green 2 above a green 1. What to do? I am doing nothing. To me, this is not enough because the overall pattern trumps sequential for me. It doesn't have to trump it for everyone. This was a cleaner 2 above a green 1 because you were never coming in from below the channel. You were in the channel with hopes of breaking out. This is also a much more, a much less volatile area to potentially enter a green 2 above a green 1. This green 2 above this green 1 is a lot more volatile, and I would not have entered. So for me, this is a no trade zone. You don't have to trade like me. Also, I don't do follow the leader trades. I'm here to teach you how to trade. What are the chances that the futures traders never let Bitcoin above 20,000 again? 0. The futures traders do not have control of the underlying price of Bitcoin. So the chances are 0, right? It's the Bitcoin may not go above 20,000 again, but that has nothing to do with the futures traders. Thoughts on bullish divergence? I need a time frame. I need an asset. I'm sorry, Magnus. And guys, moderators that are giving me questions, please. If someone asks a question that doesn't have the name of the asset and the time frame, don't send it to me or ask them to clarify. I cannot answer it. Oh, 4-hour chart. Still don't know the asset. I'm assuming it's Bitcoin. So let's assume it's Bitcoin. 4-hour chart, divergence, a bullish divergence. So for bullish divergence, we have a lower price and a higher RSI, sure. We have a lower price and a slightly higher MACD, okay. We have a lower price and about even CMF. So there is some divergence. It is very, very small. It is also on a 4-hour chart. So to me, it's not that relevant or that important. What's for dinner? Today's fish day. I cooked a steak yesterday. I cooked a ribeye. I hate cooking steaks at home. My kitchen was such a freaking mess. What's killing me is the fact that I can't eat a good steak while in quarantine. I have a bunch of steaks and I hate cooking them, and they're fully grass-fed, so the meat is a little bit tough. I haven't found a good way to make it as restaurant quality. Whatever oils I use in the pan, I have to cook it on high heat to do it right. It like squirts oil everywhere. It's a nightmare. I spent like an hour cleaning my kitchen yesterday. So it's really, really frustrating. So I'm going to stick to my raw beef tartare. I'm going to stick to my livers. I have liver of almost every freaking animal. Had cod liver. I'm supposed to be eating once a day. This quarantine is not doing well with my intermittent fasting diet. Also, in order for me to walk away from my computer screen, because like I'm just sitting here watching my trades all day long, I gotta go and raid the kitchen, and so I already ended up making I can go off on food all day. Let me not bore you guys. But today's fish day. I got a tuna steak defrosting. Do I like Kobe beef? I prefer Wagyu beef, but sure, Kobe is not bad. I can't always afford Wagyu beef. Maybe when Bitcoin goes back to 20,000, I can afford it. I use lard or butter to cook the steak. I tried using butter last time. It didn't come out good because the butter doesn't have a good burning point. I used a ghee, which is pretty much lard. This time it was better, but like it made my kitchen a total mess. If I had a grill, it would be easier, you know. Cooking a steak on a grill is not bad. Cooking it in your home kitchen is a nightmare. I don't have a cast iron skillet. I don't have a cast iron pan, guys. Okay. Next question about the markets. Should the 50 MA hold the 1 to 4 candle correction of the 9? Asset. Should the 50 MA hold the 1 to 4 candle correction of the 9? But which 9? On Bitcoin daily? Guys, please, always, asset, time frame. I can't answer these questions on an asset because I'm getting to them like maybe a half an hour after you ask the question. All right, can you check Boeing? Yeah, we can take a look at Boeing. Oh, wait, I added it to my watch list when I should have just clicked on it from the watch list. Or since I can't find it in my watch list, I'm just going to type it here. All right, here's Boeing. It's not doing anything. The chart pattern is bullish. It had a bearish day today. I would not be in Boeing right now. I don't know how long. It seems like, look, I am 2 weeks away. I said in my last video, I'm going to start ignoring like the freaking rules and start going outside and doing whatever the hell I want by Memorial Day. That's not going to happen. By May 5th, let's do Cinco de Mayo. On Cinco de Mayo, I am partying. There better be an open bar. There better be a bar that says, screw the rules, I'm opening. And I'm going to be there because this is like the worst week with contaminations. And after that, we should start to go down. So I am all for leaving the house as of May 5th. And therefore, I don't know how long they're going to keep the economy closed, but it sounds like, especially the Democrats, want to close the economy until I die. They want to keep it closed until next summer. That means no stores, no businesses. It feels like they want to destroy every possible business and put everyone on universal basic income so no one needs a job. So I am not liking the situation at all. Businesses need to open, and they need to open by May 1st. Tone, what's a good time frame to start trading Bitcoin? Daily. For me, it's always daily. Daily is my best time frame. 4 hours, not bad. If it's not, if you need something less than daily, 4 hours, not bad. DXY. No, it doesn't look like it's breaking down to me. It looks like it's getting ready for another new high to me. I mean, look, you had a swing high, you had a higher low. Sure, you had a lower high. So it's building a bit of a triangle that I think is going to break out to the upside. I'm bullish the dollar in the long term. Is RCL one of the airlines? Yeah, RCL is one of the not the airlines, sorry, cruise lines. Yeah, Royal Caribbean. I'm still staying away from cruises. I think even if the economy opens up, I think cruises are still going to be in trouble. So I'm going to wait on the. I'm going to wait on that one. I'm going to wait. Hopefully, I'll get like a 9 somewhere. Why is this taking forever to calculate? Yeah, I'm going to wait. I might even wait through earnings. I'm not ready. I'm not ready to enter into the cruise lines. I already screwed up by entering airlines a little bit too early. How's DAL? DAL was looking interesting with a reversal candle right here. And you still would be up on the trade, but earnings is tomorrow. So I'm going to wait and see what happens. I'm already in United, so I have a bullish trade on airlines already. I don't need to add more to that position. And what was the other one? JMIA. Yeah, I've been thinking about entering this for a long time now. Still haven't got in. And I hope it's not too late. It's kind of consolidating at the lows. I don't know. It's hard to pull the trigger on some of these because I think the market still has another correction in it. I am not as eager anymore. I've become a little more pessimistic on the stock market. And some of it is because how fast we went up. So now, oh, there it goes. Now, I thought that like maybe tomorrow we can go up a little bit more, kind of as a selfish way for me to get out of my bullish trades. But if tomorrow is a down day, I might be getting out of all my bullish exposure and holding on to my bearish exposure. Because I think the market's going to pull back. I have to lean bearish. This candle is making me bullish for tomorrow. Anything can still happen tomorrow and Wednesday. But going into the end of the week, and especially going into next week, and going into early May, I'm going to be a bear. I don't know if we're going to make new lows or not. Goldman Sachs announced that the low is in. I want to take the opposite trade of Goldman Sachs, though that's kind of dangerous. And many have failed doing that. But I'm not doing it with any kind of real money. So it's real money, but it's not the Goldman Sachs real money. Oh, did Canaan go up 25%? Shit. Man, I've been, this hurts. Wait, what is, that hurts. Oh man, that's a missed opportunity. That hurts. That hurts. See, I missed it here because I wasn't watching the stock. And I wasn't watching it today either. Maybe I should have been, but it would have been too late because it opened way up and then it pulled back. And I don't like taking these kinds of trades. That hurts. It's probably not too late, but I don't chase stocks. Oh, wow. Sometimes you miss. Sometimes you miss them. Sometimes you miss them. Those that took the trade, sure you guys did well. Damn. Yeah, that's a missed opportunity right there. There's going to be a lot of those. You can't watch every single time all the time. Yeah, someone pointed to this the other night. It was on a weekly 9 last week. And I'm not going to get into this. The opportunity was missed. So another missed opportunity. Daily 9, weekly 9. Could have picked it up right at the low. Now that it's up over 100%, I will pass. Up over 100%. I will pass on this. Yeah, I mean, opportunities are there in this market, but I think the market's going to correct. I think there'll be other shots at this. Maybe not this good, but someone pointed to, someone gave me this this morning, I think. This morning or last night, I don't remember. MACD on daily Bitcoin. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, it's not looking very good. It's not looking good at all. But it's not that bad yet, right? If we break out, look, The S&P just dumped in the futures market, but Bitcoin went up. So they're not that correlated, but they're still correlated. Oh, wait, I didn't mean to change this ticker. This needs to be SPX. But not this SPX. The other SPX. Yeah. The only difference between them is the annotations. Yeah, like the candle leans bullish, the environment leans bearish. Tomorrow may be another no trade day for me until things align. I want things to align. I want a daily 9 at resistance with a reversal candle, putting all the stars and planets in line with my short trade on the S&P, because I thought that's what was happening going into last week, and clearly it went the other way. And right here, I thought we were going to keep going up into a 9, which didn't happen, and we had a huge gap down. Thank God I was able to profit from both of these weeks through here. This last week was not great for me. It was a shortened week of 4 days, and I'm still staying away a little bit. I'm going to hold off. We'll see what happens tomorrow. NIO, let's take a look. NIO. Man, the Canaan trade, that one's disappointing me. All right, what's going on? No. Look, the daily chart, it's consolidating. I'm not taking a trade here, not after a big update like this. It's not really breaking out. I'm not happy with the environment is not bullish to me, the overall environment. Did Trump have a meltdown at the press conference today? I didn't know that. No, if his is that why the S&P futures dropped? Is this because of Trump's meltdown? If Trump had a meltdown, it would be reflected in the futures market. By morning, it would all be sorted out. I took a look at Groupon the other day. I don't think it's changed. Well, I didn't watch anything. Someone in the comments said, what effect would Trump's meltdown have on the market? But like some people that saw it, yeah, don't watch CNN. CNN is total propaganda. I'd rather watch, I actually don't even mind Russia Today. Like it seems like the Russian channels are now less propagandish than CNN. CNN is really bad, really bad. Yeah, if this was the first Trump press conference you've ever seen, then that's normal Trump, just so you know. Just to make that part clear. All right. So, hey guys, I don't want to keep these videos too long. We're going to have to call it a day. I'll glance at Tesla. See, Tesla is different to me. Canaan to me is a missed opportunity. So some of the others. Tesla is not a missed opportunity because like I would have never thought that Tesla would go up like this, right? So I wasn't looking to buy Tesla here. So by not looking to buy Tesla, I don't see it as a missed opportunity because I wasn't, this would have been a risky trade to me. So yeah, it went up and tomorrow it can go down just as much. Amazon is different. Amazon is a little bit different. Amazon just make a new high. Yeah, I see. To me, these stocks are overextended. If you're not in this move beforehand, I don't get upset by missing this. I don't get upset by missing the Amazon trade because there was no reason for me to take the trade because I'm a TA trader. I mean, maybe if you knew its fundamentals, whatever. But you know, had I missed the silver trade, which I didn't miss, like this was a good trade. Like this gave me fundamentals. Oh, sorry, this gives me technicals to enter the trade. This is like I don't always try to pick bottoms. I love the breakout trade as well. Here's a green 3 above a green 2 above consolidation. A nice, good breakout trade of consolidation. Thank you, Court, for your very generous donation. So there are trade. Hey, perfected 9. Boom, made a new high in silver. Beautiful. Makes me more comfortable to get out of silver tomorrow. I can't get out right now because I'm not in the futures market. I'm in SLV. So there are times where, you know, I get upset that I missed a trade. This Amazon is not one of them. This Tesla is not one of them because I wasn't looking to enter in this vicinity. But Canaan was a bad miss. Canaan I could have got into. And what was there was another one. Yeah. Carlos, thank you for your generous donation. If you got $1,200 to invest, where would you invest it? Also, are you still bullish on Bitcoin? Yes, I am very bullish on Bitcoin. I am very bullish on Bitcoin. I can't tell you where to invest your $1,200. I'm sorry. That's not that can get me in a lot of trouble. I am very bullish on Bitcoin, and that's all I can say. All right, guys. Before I call it a night, one last time, I am going to open up options trading. Options workshop, 3 days this time. 2 days was not enough. 3 days, 7 hours a day, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. This will take place the last weekend of April. I want my last weekend in quarantine to be kind of, you know, useful to everyone. And that will be the options webinar. It will be on sale probably tomorrow. I may put it up on sale tonight or something. And if you just want to support, you can use one of these affiliate links: Bybit, Deribit for non-US traders, eToro, LVL, Kraken for US traders. I absolutely love my Embly card. I can't wait to get me one of these so that when I pull it out at restaurants, it immediately starts a Bitcoin conversation, which is awesome. And by the way, these things they're so heavy that even if you don't think this looks like a Bitcoin symbol, don't worry. The moment you hand somebody this card, they're going to ask you, what the hell is this? It is a Bitcoin B, by the way. It's just a medieval print. All right. So that's about it. Financial Summit in Bali, understanding Bitcoin in Malta. We're going to cut the screen share. And I'm going to say goodbye to you guys with weird backdrops. All right. Thank you all so much for watching. See you all bright and early tomorrow before market opens. And we see what it looks like. Talk to you all on the next one.